The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
The fact that we are discussing her separate from black men proves that discussion is out of order and we are outside of the cultural container of our original development. If we were within the cultural container of our original development, we would not discuss her out of context with discussing the man. Because no more than we would discuss one half of a peach or one half of an orange without consideration of the other half.
Hello everyone, welcome back. How's everyone doing today? Let me know in the comments. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss these important discussions. Today, we are having a conversation about the black woman, her role in history, her struggles, and her undeniable strength. Now, we'll be hearing from two powerful voices, Dr. Henrik Clarke and Malcolm X, who both spoke on this very issue. So let's get into these videos.
We have guided so much on Europe and the characterization of the European man and his relationship with women. We have forgotten that he is no guy because deep inside of himself he oppresses women because he is afraid of them in a position of authority. And long before he wore a shoe or lived in a house that had a window, we had not only proven that we had no fear of her in authority, we had put her in authority and made her a god. But during this early formative period of Christianity, a woman emerged in North Africa that the world has chosen to forget, Hypatia. Because she was so powerful, they paint her as a Greek. She wasn't a Greek. And I checked this out with several people, including Beatrice Lumpkin, who's a specialist on women in history, especially women in mathematics, because she's a mathematician at Malcolm X University in Chicago. And she said that no Greek woman held a position of this caliber at this time in history. She opened up an academy. Her father was a mathematician, and she opened up an academy teaching the basics of Christianity. She is the originator of what we now know as the Sunday school.
Now, what Dr. Clarke is saying here is very powerful. He's saying the black woman isn't just oppressed by accident. She's oppressed because of fear. The fear of her power, the fear of her influence, and the fear of what she represents. And throughout history, black women have led revolutions, educated communities, and held families together in the face of oppression. Think about figures like Harriet Tubman, who wasn't just escaping slavery, she was leading others to freedom. Think about Sojourner Truth, who stood up and said, "Ain't I a woman demanding justice for both black people and women?" Dr. Clarke makes it very clear. The oppression of the black woman is not a coincidence, it's a strategy. Because if you want to weaken a community, you start with its strongest pillar.
The main reason I became interested in this question of the black female in power is that I had three female deities in my life: my mother, my great-grandmother, and my fifth grade teacher. And I understood something about them that most men don't seem to understand today. But if the woman pull out of our churches, some of them will have to close their doors, pull out some of our lodges, because they're the service unit. They're not taking away man's prerogative, not taking away his manhood. They're buying him time to be a man and to be a better one. I wish we could soberly solve some of our problems based on the fact that neither one of us have any place to go except toward each other.
Now, also Malcolm X didn't just talk about the struggles black women face. He talked about their roles in progress. He said that the condition of a nation reflects the condition of its women. And when you look at the strength, resilience, and intelligence of black women, it tells you everything you need to know about that community. He said, if black women succeed, we all succeed. Let's take a look at his powerful speech.
One thing that I became aware of in my traveling recently through Africa and the Middle East, in every country that you go to, usually the degree of progress can never be separated from the woman. If you're in a country that's progressive, the woman is progressive. If you're in a country that reflects a consciousness toward the importance of education, it's because the woman is aware of the importance of education. But in every backward country, you'll find the women are backward. And in every country where education is not stressed, it's because the women don't have education. So one of the things I became thoroughly convinced of in my recent travels is the importance of giving freedom to the woman, giving her education, and giving her the incentive to get out there and put that same spirit and understanding in the children. And I frankly am proud of the contribution that our women have made in the struggle for freedom. And I'm one person who's for giving them all of the leeway possible, because they've made a greater contribution than many of us men. And one of the best ways that they can help is to encourage the man, try and inspire him to be more militant, and turn him away from being nonviolent and passive and meek and Uncle Tomish. Make him aware that the black woman wants to see her man be a man, instead of around here using religion as an excuse to be a coward, and some of the things that he's been reflecting here lately.
Let's really talk about what Malcolm X was saying here, because this isn't just history. Black women have always been at the heart of progress, yet they've also carried some of the heaviest burdens. And he made it clear, if a community is progressing, it's because it's women who are empowered. And if you look at history, that's exactly what we see. But at the same time, they've been disrespected, overlooked, left unprotected, and even hated. Society has taken their strength for granted, expecting them to endure everything without giving them the support they deserve. And also, they've had to fight to be heard, fight to be taken seriously, and fight just to exist in spaces where others are welcomed without question. And every day you see it, whether it's in the workplace, in healthcare, in media, or even in their own communities. Black women are constantly proving themselves, constantly demanding the respect they should have been given from the start. Yet, despite all this, they keep pushing forward. They continue to lead, to educate, to build, and to break barriers. And no matter how much the world tries to overlook them, black women have always been and will always be the backbone of progress. So, Malcolm's X words weren't just relevant in his time. They still hold weight up to today. And a society cannot claim to be progressive while continuing to disrespect, neglect, and fail to protect the very women who drive that progress. So guys, I leave you with that. Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you haven't already, kindly consider subscribing and like and share this video so we can keep having these conversations. So until next time, stay informed, stay empowered, and never stop pushing forward. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.